The quality of any company's end products or services determines their success in the marketplace. By setting the highest possible quality standards and measuring their ability to achieve those standards, companies can and do improve their bottom line performance. The methods they use to determine and measure their quality commitment also give them the opportunity to market their quality standards to their customers. One of the most effective quality improvement strategies employed by many American corporations is called Six Sigma. Six Sigma is a highly disciplined process that enables companies to focus on developing and delivering near-perfect products and services. The word Sigma is a statistical term for standard deviation that measures how far a given process deviates from perfection. The Six Sigma idea is a goal, getting a process as close as possible to perfect. It is also a methodology. If you identify and measure the defects in any given process, you can figure out a systematic method for eliminating them and getting as close to zero defects as possible. With Six Sigma, users get the tools they need to identify and reduce the variation which causes defects to achieve the Six Sigma standard, 3.4 defects per million opportunities. The fact that Six Sigma has continued to rise in popularity indicates that it is more than a simple quality improvement strategy. At its core, it helps companies eliminate almost all defects and costs associated with imperfect or improvable processes, while focusing more directly on customer needs. One company that has used Six Sigma to great success throughout its operation and its supply chain is Caterpillar Incorporated.
For us, it was the need to change. It was based a couple of years ago in looking at our business, realizing we needed to take it to a different level. We'd seen flat sales, we hadn't seen increases in our market share, and we were still struggling with improving our product quality to the point where we wanted it for our reputation. We use Six Sigma very broadly at Caterpillar. Within Caterpillar, over 35,000 of our employees have been engaged working on Six Sigma projects to help improve the product quality, the reliability, grow our top-line sales. We also use it with all of our distributors around the world to improve their performance, as well as over 400 of our key suppliers.
Since first deploying Six Sigma in early 2001, Caterpillar has implemented over 40,000 Six Sigma projects throughout its 85,000 employees worldwide. In addition, they deployed Six Sigma 100% to their worldwide dealer network. Achieving Six Sigma is not easy. Many companies fall short of the Six Sigma goal of 3.4 defects per million opportunities goal and pay the price for failure.
Most companies are at a 3 to 4 Sigma level. And if you look at that, that means 99.5% defect-free. Normally, it doesn't seem like a lot, but let me lend some perspective. It means 2 or more accidents per day at major airports, 7.5 minutes each day of unsafe drinking water, 210 minutes each month without electricity, 10,000 lost articles of mail every 30 minutes, 100,000 wrong prescriptions filled each year, 2,500 incorrect surgical procedures per week. That's pretty significant.
Across Caterpillar and all other companies that employ the strategy, Six Sigma is implemented by first training team members to lead the process at different task levels and responsibilities. These leadership roles are identified by terms borrowed from martial arts and include yellow belts, green belts, and master black belts. Caterpillar has trained over 3,300 black belts and more than 300 master black belts worldwide. Six Sigma begins with the identification of a process and the defects within that process.
One of the things that we like to talk about is that if you have, if you've got an output, you've got a process behind it. If you've got a process, you've got a potential for variation. If you've got a variation, you have a Six Sigma opportunity. From an innovation and product standpoint, the Assert technology represents probably one of the greatest applications we've had to date. Here was an opportunity for us to really take a look at how we were going to address some very challenging federal emissions requirements.
CAT's Assert technology was the company's response to Clean Air Act amendments, which required manufacturers of highway and off-road vehicles to reduce ozone by controlling nitrogen oxides and hydrocarbons, acid rain by controlling sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides, health hazards by controlling lead and carbon monoxide. CAT's solution was to deploy a wide variety of Six Sigma tools to break new ground on the foundation of its 4 core engine systems: fuel, air, electronics, and aftertreatment. The result is its revolutionary ASSERT technology, a new system that reduces emissions at the point of combustion. ASSERT enables Caterpillar engines to meet existing clean air regulations and establishes the building blocks for attaining the even more stringent standards of the next generation of clean air regulations.
What we did is we used Six Sigma on over 400 projects that combined together to create the ASSERT engine, which was really a revolutionary way to address emissions at the point of combustion. And we've done it without compromising the reliability or quality of our product and without compromising the fuel economy.
Solar Turbines is a world leader in designing, manufacturing, and servicing industrial gas turbine power system solutions for the oil and gas and power generation industries. When Solar Turbines applied the Six Sigma methodologies, they not only improved their ability to meet Caterpillar's needs, but transformed their business as well.
Here at Solar Turbines, when we launched this effort, we had approximately 25 projects with team leaders. Each team consisted of about 5 or 6 team members and were led by Six Sigma black belts. One of the more valuable tools that we use as part of our lean Six Sigma efforts is called value stream mapping. This allows us to take a process and map out from start to finish all of the different activities and steps associated with that process.
Value stream mapping enabled Solar Turbines to address a number of issues, including growing inventory, decreasing turns, customer delivery performance, and manufacturing cycle times that were impacting capacity and material availability. These problems surfaced throughout the Six Sigma process, beginning at the final assembly and test prior to customer shipment, continuing throughout upstream processes to internal and external suppliers. They had issues with delivery performance and lead times from many material suppliers. There were also elements of waste in non-value-added activities that consumed space, resources, and time. Six Sigma helped them identify the root causes of their defects. There was a correlation of lead time to delivery performance and material availability. Another root cause related to capacity was identified after they analyzed available resources, including people, equipment, and space. Six Sigma solutions included work-in-process caps that reflected available resources and desired cycle times, waste elimination focused on non-value-added activities, material replenishment through pull systems, and the introduction of safety and buffer stock. The combination of these and other Six Sigma solutions created a dramatic net improvement. Solar Turbines realized an increase in capacity of as much as 58% without a significant increase in resources or capital. Cycle time improved 50 to 80%. Inventory reductions and delivery performance improved by as much as 74%. Solar Turbines also focused on defects or variability in particular processes and used the Six Sigma methodologies to improve those processes. Here, they address an issue called cycle time.
Cycle time is measured as the time from when we get the initial order from our customer or from a particular step in the process to when we deliver that product or that material to that particular next step or to our customer. In order to reduce cycle time, we focus on the non-value-added activities in the process.
Prior to employing the Six Sigma tools, cycle time for the final assembly and test process ranged from 10 to 20 days. After Six Sigma, Solar Turbines reduced cycle time to 4 to 5 days, with no more than 1 day of variation. Once Six Sigma becomes part of a corporate culture, the sky is indeed the limit.
Now with Six Sigma, I've been involved with it for the past 3 years. It's almost like you're trying to get somewhere, and now not only do you have the road, but you have the map to get there. And it means that you have the methodologies to try to do the research. It means that everybody understands what you're trying to accomplish, so everybody at every level can help to get that information, because at the end of the day, it's helping to get all these pieces together to reach the big goal.
I think we've seen a real transformation in the way we operate as a business. I think like many companies, we're a company that's got a tremendous amount of data at our fingertips. But turning that data into information is really what Six Sigma is all about. We relied a lot on essentially the tribal knowledge of our business. Things were passed down from generation to generation. And again, what Six Sigma has helped us do is start to really systematically look at problems, be able to understand what works and what doesn't work, so that we can start to replicate those things across the company. Before, we relied on each business unit around the world to kind of come up with their own unique solution to a particular problem. Six Sigma helps us leverage the entire corporation to solve issues. We've gone from being about a $20 billion a year business for 3 or 4 years in a row. This year we're approaching being a $40 billion business, on our way towards becoming a $50 billion business in 2010. We use Six Sigma to really understand the drivers behind the market. What are the customer requirements? Six Sigma is all about understanding those customer needs.
The effectiveness and flexibility of Six Sigma puts Caterpillar and all the other businesses that employ its methodologies in a better position to meet the challenges of the future.
Business isn't getting any simpler. It's getting more complex. The challenge is more complex. And now what we're doing with Six Sigma is we're creating that next generation of leaders for Caterpillar. We're giving people, I think, greater capability to lead the company through some very difficult times in the future. So when you look at performance through Six Sigma, it really comes down to two things, creating value and developing your people.